thatmovieguyUK.
Welcome to the re-review. This is a new segment on my channel where I go backwards in cinema and discuss films that have inspired, motivated, influenced, just changed my perspective on the art of filmmaking. And the first one I would love to talk to you about is Memories of Murder from Bong Joon-ho. And as you know, Bong Joon-ho is the director of Parasite, and he has been thriving since his Palme d'Or win in May. And he's gone from strength to strength, winning numerous awards, box office hits, one of the highest grossing foreign language, if not the highest grossing foreign language film ever to have been released now. It's purely magical to see how foreign language cinema is now becoming more of the norm. And obviously we have films like Roma to thank for, and now obviously Bong Joon-ho reaching wider audiences. And as you know, foreign language cinema is one of the key parts of my cinema going experience and something that I heavily emphasize on my channel. I actually did see Memories of Murder about 8 years ago. I am a big fan of David Fincher's Zodiac, and a friend recommended me Memories of Murder after sharing my obsession of Zodiac. And once I heard the whole idea of it, I thought, it could be generic, but I was willing to give it a go. I'd never seen a Bong Joon-ho film to this point. After finishing Memories of Murder, I delved into Bong Joon-ho's whole filmography, and I truly found a director that I could connect with. So, what is Memories of Murder all about, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. Set in 1986, two simple-minded detectives, Park and Cho, are assigned to a double murder investigation in a South Korean province. But when the murderer strikes several more times with the same pattern, the detectives realize that they are chasing the country's first documented serial killer. Relying on their basic skills and tools, Park and Cho attempt to piece together the clues and solve the case in this thriller based on true events. What actually sets Memories of Murder away from its actual competitors is that it is a truly character-driven story that isn't overly pushy, and it does not force you to empathize or understand what the characters are actually doing. Set in Korea, they didn't actually have forensic technology at this point, and so basic things like DNA was not actually applicable for them, and this makes this story a lot more frustrating. And for Park and Cho, they truly are against time. They are dealing with very horrific crimes. What Bong Joon-ho provides is this steady tonal movement that just trickles its way forward. It's not necessarily this fast-paced like Seven type of film. There is a lot more to it than that, and there is a lot more reflection. There is a lot more to understand why this case was so frustrating, and that is something that I truly admire. There is a lot of interesting kicks in this film. Once you see them, you'll know what I mean. There is that classic Bong Joon-ho darkly comedic side. Everything about Bong Joon-ho and him showing Korea for what it was back then, it's everything you need it to be and more. It's far beyond that serial killer thriller type of film. It is just a engaging film that takes its time for you to understand what the director wants from you. And obviously I get the same with Fincher's Zodiac, but they're just on, it's like we go from the west to the east. It's the same type of situations, but we are going from a journalist, cartoonist to two detectives that are just trying to seek justice for these victims. With Memories of Murder as well, it's a very cold looking film. There's a lot of grayness, there's a lot of dark scenery by lighting, just by the way it's looking. It's very stagnated in camera because it's very dialogue driven. You need to listen to what the characters are saying to you, and then there's always interesting depths of field. There's one shot in particular where there's a cross in a field and there's like a haze. I think it's absolutely wonderful. And even when you see the posters for this, I think from the American release, you have the shot of the tunnel and then the two characters at the end. Bong Joon-ho leaves you to imagine what is actually going on in these scenery, and there is just this whole idea of how the mind is tricking you and always making you contemplate the worst in people, and also making you contemplate, well, what actually happened and how can we improve. And it's such a refreshing message. Song Kang-ho, who is obviously a massive collaborator with Bong Joon-ho, is one of the most prominent characters in this film. He provides, in every film he has made with Bong Joon-ho, such depth, such intrigue, but also that charm and wit that Bong Joon-ho needs from his main cast. And throughout this film, I feel like I empathized with him in ways, but also I questioned why he did certain decisions, why he reacted in ways he did. And I truly think it's a very interesting human experience to observe. And I do hope after maybe watching this or watching Parasite, you will be inspired also to go forth and seek out Memories of Murder from Bong Joon-ho, because I do truly think that it is a true masterpiece of the South Korean New Wave and one of my all-time favourite films. And I kind of want to end it like that because I don't want to say too much. So my question is obviously, have you seen Memories of Murder and what do you actually think of it? Please comment below or share your thoughts with me on any of my social media. What other Bong Joon-ho films do you like? Do you think Parasite deserves the hype that it does? Let's just talk about it, because I love talking about film, and this is why I'm here, and this is why I'm talking to this camera right now in the middle of North Wales. So interact, it's all good. Thank you to all my new subscribers and my old subscribers. Keep the good word and share with whoever you wish. My next review, I don't actually know what it's going to be yet. We'll see what happens, but there's a few exciting films that I really would love to talk to you guys about. And yeah, as we normally say on this channel, diolch danko, obrigado, merci beaucoup, arigato, dankeschön, all the shuns, and obviously, never change.